and welcome back. It's December the 15th, 2025, and what a difference a day makes. And it's amazing to think that we had so much snow just less than 36 hours ago. And now when I got in my truck today, it was 20 degrees. My truck had been warming in the sun, and I thought, okay, well, it'll cool off a bit. Well, 16. December 15th. To go from such extremes seems impossible. And yet that is where we are at right now. In our shifting and evolving, it is just, again, go with the flow. Be adaptable, be fluid. Don't judge too heavily. Don't fall into fear-based mentality. Allow it to be what it is. I have all the windows open in my truck so you can hear the trees blowing. There's such comfort in being around trees, as you know if you've watched my videos, because they bend, they move, they shift. They don't just hold on so tight and try desperately not to move as the energy and the wind moves by it. It sways. Its branches rustle. Sometimes they creak. Sometimes they moan. And sometimes they fall over. And yet, even in falling over, their very essence becomes nutrients and resources for the rest of the forest, for animals to hide under, for its bark to be decomposing, biodegrading, and going back into the soil for the other tree roots to use. And I think there's such a beauty in acknowledging that and then aligning ourselves to that mentality of understanding. Not to be so rigid in your need to stay the same, to have things stay the same, to worry that the energy coming in is just going to crush you. And then everything you know is over, and so it's over. And what if that energy and that wind flowing through is actually shaking off all of the dead branches, all of the old growth that no longer serves you? What if you just let go and release it and see what comes next? And enjoy with awe the power that is working with you and for you, not against you, not trying to destroy you, but to support you and support the environment. What if? So let's embrace these changes and these shifts. Even for me in the past few days, when I stay in this objective perspective this higher knowing and seeing and experiencing, the suffering doesn't exist. The challenges do not exist. It's only when you come back into this realm, dimension, time, that those experiences, those memories that click in and say, this is happening, this is how you feel. Oh, this happened before, and this is what happened next. And so your body responds to that energetically. It anticipates it. So lift yourself in those moments and notice it. Notice what's happening. Don't fight it. Don't ignore it. Don't try to bypass it, but see it. And acknowledge that you have been through very difficult things before in the past, when you thought you would never survive or make it through. And here you are. Of course, there's lessons to be learned, to be taken with you, to trust your intuitive knowing, but recognize the difference between your intuitive knowing and fear-based patterning that has been imprinted as a bodily response. Pull yourself up. Your brain's not in charge. Your soul is. So lift yourself to that position to see more clearly, to understand that there is a method to the madness, and to just feel it. As I said, it's amazing how 36 hours, 24 hours, 12 hours, I mean, it doesn't take very much time for something to be very drastically different. In a moment, things can shift and change, and your life can be one way and then another. Ask anyone who has been through horrific tragedies that are very unexpected and sudden. So being in the moment and acknowledging that this is happening for a reason, to transform and to allow us to evolve, to shift, to morph. Just yesterday, or maybe it was the day before. See, time means nothing to me now. Time blindness. I was uploading my last video when it had been snowing and amazing out and absolutely, magical with the mother tree. And nothing would work. My computer said that there was no internet, and yet it showed the internet connected. It wouldn't allow me to upload a thumbnail. It wouldn't allow me to do anything. And yet it also acknowledged at the very same time that there was internet connectivity. And I find that so interesting, because that's exactly how it is to be on this spiritual journey, where two things can be true at once. The timelines are not like straight lines where you just pop in, pop out, and then you morph between them, especially now as they're there's no space between them. So you're projecting yourself into those spaces. And yesterday took work. Totally exhausting. Totally exhausting to see it from a different perspective as you're feeling it and struggling and being drained of motivation, and you work so hard at something and it's just like, okay, maybe I'm not meant to do this. Maybe I'm meant to pause. Maybe I'm meant to wait. But then there's other times as you go through this whole process that you go, this is something different. Maybe I need to let go of my rigidity to be perfect, to have it this certain way. And like I say about trees, allowing yourself to bend, to sway. So I uploaded the video without a thumbnail, even though I had created 4 of them in different formatting. And so many parts were not as I normally have structured them to be. And honestly, that is the biggest takeaway. Learn to be flexible. Did you hear that? That was odd. Sounded like some screaming. And maybe that is something that is also a sign and a message. We could say it's a message and a sign to get out of here. And another sign and message is that it could be that it's really important to pay attention, to notice these things in yourself that you are holding on too tightly to, that you are trying to control, as opposed to co-create with the energy that is coming in. Catch a wave, ride it in. And don't let fear, old ways of thinking and your body response, take that away from you. Take that co-creation from you. You were meant to be here right now at this very moment, doing what you're doing, going through what you're going through. There is no doubt about it. And being called to watch different things and people and messages that are filling in little gaps, or maybe they're just pushing you in a new trajectory so that you can expand your awareness and understanding and then fully step into the energy that is soulfully yours. So allow it, trust it, and let the wind move you and support you on your way. And until next time, stay safe, stay connected, and we'll see you really soon. Bye.